watch out for those chairs, they're quite dangerous. So our long jumpers, they're really fast, so let's start actually 1 minute ahead of the schedule. We got with us, I think it must be the athlete tomorrow with most titles, Brittney. I can't keep them all in mind. I think it's like 6 world titles. Could be if you put them together, indoors and outdoors. And of course an Olympic title. And we got the comets of this year, I think, in long jumping. Brooke, Stratton, we're very happy to have you here in Europe from Australia, Victoria. And from Gothenburg, like the 3 girls before, the west coast of Sweden, we got Khaddi Sagnia, Sweden's leading long jumper, together with Erika Jarder. Brooks, I think we should introduce you to the press. You're a Knoxville girl, aren't you? From Melbourne. Tell us your background when you start jumping.
Yes, I'm from Melbourne, Victoria, in Australia. I started jumping when I was 6 years old, so it's obviously been a while now, being 22, about to turn 23.
And you had a quite promising career from the beginning, and I understand that then you had some problems both with a stress fracture in your back and celiac disease, but now you are overcome. Is that the reason why this year you've been battering your PB? I think it's 3 times, from like 670 up to the glorious 705.
Yeah, over the past few years I've had a few setbacks. Obviously, I had a stress fracture in my back in 2014, and prior to that I was diagnosed with celiac disease, which is a gluten intolerance. So once I sort of got myself back on track and my health right, I returned to the track after the stress fracture, and I had a decent season last season. I jumped a PB of 673, but then after a big winter, after returning from the World Champs, had a big block of training, and everything came together this season, and I jumped a 32 centimetre PB, so very happy.
Yeah, really worked out. You started in Canberra twice, like 679, 694, and when you jumped 694, I guess you were looking for the old Australian record, 7 meters. Were you dreaming about that?
Yeah, I've always wanted to jump over 7 meters, and it's definitely something that I didn't expect to achieve so early on in my career. So, yeah, I definitely didn't expect to jump that this season. But yeah, can't really complain too much about the domestic season I had in Australia.
Did you raise up watching Brownie Thompson jumping? She was the former record holder, 7 meters. Was she some kind of role model for you?
Yeah, Brownie Thompson was the previous Australian record holder with a distance of 7 meters. So she was someone I always looked up to as an Aussie athlete. And yeah, set a pretty high standard for long jumping in Australia. So yeah.
Let's speak something personal. Your family. You're coached by your dad, Russ, aren't you? And been coaching by him all your career.
Yeah, my dad's been my coach since basically I started training for athletics when I was 10 or 11 years old, and he's actually here in Stockholm with me. So
oh, he is.
yeah, I'm very lucky to have him as my coach and him being able to share the journey with me to the Olympics.
And then your boyfriend is a triathlete. He's a good level, international level. Has he qualified for Ironman? Or?
He does short course, so he's not at the Ironman level yet. His dad actually qualified for the World Championships on the weekend, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, he's a triathlete and he's very supportive of me, so I'm very lucky.
Will you follow him to the World Championships, so we'll get to introduce?
Well, it's in Hawaii, so I'm pretty sure I'll head over because, like, why not?
After the Olympics?
Holiday. Yeah, after the Olympics.
That's quite important. And then you've done a few meets. Yeah, you've done junior world championships and youth world championships, but mostly you've been competing in Australia, and then you went to Portland, of course, and Beijing last year. But a European tour, this traditional tour that Brittney has been doing quite a lot of years, this is your first experience, isn't it?
Yeah, this is my first year in Europe. Mm-hmm. So I competed last night in Lucerne. Conditions were pretty terrible there, so couldn't really expect to jump anything too decent. So hopefully put on some good weather tomorrow.
Yeah, you left Melbourne's winter, the drizzle in Melbourne, and you received the same weather in Switzerland.
Yeah, I actually felt like I was in Melbourne last night.
Okay.
But yeah, hopefully tomorrow's a bit nicer.
I actually saw one picture on your Instagram. It was quite good. 10 weeks ago you put out that you got the boarding pass to Rio. How was that?
Oh, it was extremely exciting. It'll be my first Olympic Games, so yeah, it's going to be a huge experience for me, and yeah, it's always been a dream. So yeah, I'm very excited.
Are you bringing Chelsea with you? So you be 2 jumpers from Australia?
Yeah, so there's 2 of us that have qualified. Chelsea jumped 670 during the season, and yeah, she was announced in the team as well. So it'll be really nice having her over there.
One more question about your family. Your siblings, are they competing as well?
They do compete. Recently, like my sister had a full knee reconstruction, so she sort of has been doing a rehab the past year and a half, and my older brother is more focusing on his work at the moment. My younger brother's a little bit lazy, so he just sort of does it more for fun. But they've all competed at a national level and pretty talented.
Good. Brittney, did you expect Stockholm to be as sunny as, I don't know, San Diego or something?
San Diego's like 80 degrees right now, so I think
It's
I'm
cool,
going
yeah.
to pop it.
Yeah.
But I do hope for some good weather tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah. Do you manage to spend some time in athletics? It's not just basket now during the finals. You're following LeBron all the time, or?
Right now I'm into the NBA finals right
Yeah.
now, so trying to make sure LeBron brings home another ring.
And I think he's going to have next match after your competition on Thursday.
I will be watching. I've been staying up, actually, until like 5 o'clock in the morning.
But you still can concentrate on the long jumping.
No, not yet.
Actually, you started with basket. You were a great basket player at high school level. Tell us about it.
Yeah, I've been playing basketball since 6, and just took a basketball scholarship and played community college. I could have continued, but just decided to switch over and try something new, and just stuck out with track, and it worked out well.
And you actually escaped from the 400 meters.
I actually did. I hated the 400 meters, and an opportunity came for me to try the long jump, and once I tried it, I was in love and got out of the 400.
And you succeeded quite well, quite early, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking about, yes, the first time you actually jumped 7 meters. I think it was in Brazil.
Yeah.
Like a ton of years ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago, but it was unexpected. I had a previous called on me, and it actually got me upset. And the next jump, I jumped 7 meters. So I always say my first 7-meter jump came after me being upset, which is
Out of adrenaline? Or?
yeah, yeah. They marked me as a foul when it wasn't a foul, and just came back and just jumped 7 meters.
Okay, you go back in your memory and feel the same kind of situation that Brooke is in right now, doing the first 7 meters.
Yeah, no, it's exciting. It's a mark that every long jumper will want to reach, and it's like one of the highest things. So I understand how she feels, and it's a great feeling, and you feel like you achieved something.
And we may be kind to forget, even if you've been earning 6 gold medals at the World Championships, that you had some problems a couple of years, and now you're really back.
Yeah, 2 years ago I had surgery on my hip labrum, and it just put me in a bad position. I thought I was really going to bounce back quicker than I did. Honestly, I contemplated retiring. I did all the type of things, and last year I started at the World Championships. I started working more on the mental part of myself and started talking to a sports psychologist, and just trying to stay positive, and everything has been going according to plan, and I'm liking the way that my season is coming together, all because I decided to focus on the mental part and stay physically strong.
How close were you actually to give up?
I was super close. I'm not even gonna lie. It was just devastating because I know what I'm capable of, and just to see the way I was jumping just didn't put me in a good position. And I had a lot of support from my coach and my family, and honestly my coach was the person that recommended the sports psychologist that I'm talking to now, and she's been a huge success in what I've been doing and what I've been capable of doing this year.
What has she been learning? Could you learn others jumpers something about?
I'm a psychologist. I'm a psychology major. So the past couple of years, ever since I graduated from college, I've been working on my mental myself. And I was the type of person that would just work it out with myself, talk to myself. And it was time for me to talk to somebody else and actually get my emotions out and actually have somebody to come that doesn't really know me to come and talk to me and have me express myself to them, and they just give me some feedback. And I do a lot of, some psychology things, like I have homework, obviously, and working on just staying positive and being in the right mind frame when it comes to long jump.
Was that a kind of relief to speak to someone who didn't know you?
It actually was. You'll get people like your coach and your mom, and people say, oh, you'll be okay, and all that kind of stuff. And, they're supposed to say things like that. I need somebody to be tough on me, tell me to stop acting crazy or something like that, and just sit down and listen to what I'm saying and come to my practice and see what I'm doing wrong. And I just do a lot of different things now. I meditate, different types of prayers and things like that to get myself mentally ready the night before and also on the track.
On the top of that, a little basket. Right?
Yeah, in a little basket.
Is that something you could think of working with after your long jump career?
Right now, I'm a college coach, so that's always been a dream of mine, whether it's basketball or whether it's track and field. So I coach at a community college back in San Diego. I was coaching the jumps. I just got moved to sprints now, so hey. That's been a stress reliever for me, and that's something that's always been a dream of mine, so I'm just been focusing on that.
Let's speak about another side of your life, actually. You're some kind of philanthrope. You have adopted young adults.
Yeah, I have a long-time friend, and I'm his godmother, but recently, a year and a half ago, I adopted him, and I was homeschooling him this past 6 months, and so I was like a mom, just getting up every morning at 8 o'clock, homeschooling him until 11:30, and if we have more work to do, we'll do it at the track while I'm practicing. He'll go in my coach's office and finish his homework. We'll go get lunch, and I'll go coach, and we'll get home about 6 o'clock, dinner, bed. Yeah. So, it was really, it's not tough, but it is kind of tough. Just now that I have a little person up under me, I can't just go run and do what I want to do. I have him, and he's a really, really athletic kid. If you look at my Instagram, you can actually see. He's really, really athletic. He's back at home in Mississippi right now with his biological mom and my mom. So it's good to see. I won't see him until next month sometime. So.
Will you bring him to some meet or even to?
I won't bring him to the Olympics, but he's been to a lot of my meets. He won't be at trials this year, but he's been to a lot of meets. He understands what I do for a living. He also practices when I make him practice. So he understands track and field, and he understands sports. So it's good to bring him along and just let him see how much it takes to succeed in his life and things like that.
Do you think you could be even mentally stronger if you bring him with you to Eugene?
Yeah, he was at the last one last year, but this year I let him spend a little bit more time with his mom because he didn't get to see her as much. So he's like a month and a half with his biological mom, and then he'll go on vacation with my mom. So I'll be fine if he's there. If he's not, he calls me just about every day and just explains what he's doing. So.
Well, what wonderful stories. Khaddi, now I want to tell something about how it is to be in Gothenburg, and you came back as late as just a few days ago. You did your first competition after Portland, and Portland wasn't any happy memory in your case. So how long did you have to heal your injury after Portland?
After Portland, I went straight to Mauritius to take a break, and after that, I started my rehab, and I'm still doing it.
What kind of rehab?
It's different things. But to strengthen my thigh and my butt and everything.
Are they boring, or do you go to the gym and do the rehab with a smile on your face?
Yeah, I have to. But I have no choice, so I just gotta do it. And yeah.
Were you surprised by the first competition? You jumped already quite good, 6'8", windy.
I was not surprised. It was a really fun competition, and I do think that I expected more. But I'm really happy with the result I got with me, and I'm so looking forward to the other competitions.
Have you been enjoying watching long jump during your years, or do you look at athletics at all when you're not competing yourself? Have you?
Yeah, I do.
You do?
I do love to watch.
So you follow like
these
Brooke?
girls. Yeah, oh my God. Yeah, I do love to watch them, and I do cheer on them and everything. So it's fun to sit here next to them.
Do you remember first time you saw Brittney jumping?
No, but it was a long time ago. Yeah.
Oh, now we feel the age difference. But, yeah.
No.
We have to ask Brittney, if you defend the Olympic title and you will be the first long jumper doing that, are you thinking to continue your career, or will that be the end?
Yeah, my main goal is I do want to defend my title, but before I retire, I would like to at least get closer to the world record or break the world record.
And on the way to the world record, maybe Jackie Johnny Kersey's American record as well, or?
Oh yeah, of course. I feel like the American record is 7:49. So if you're jumping, trying to break, might as well just break the world record and break both of them at the same time.
That will be fine. Do you have any connection to Jackie?
I can.
A connection to Jackie?
Yes. Every time I have a question or anything, I have a phone number. The last time I talked to her was after Indoor Worlds. Me and her have a nice conversation, and I reach out to her anytime I can. I see her brother every day at practice. He's at the Olympic Training Center, so I get to see Al Joyner about every day. If I need any questions, I can talk to him also.
So she's an inspiration for you?
Oh yes, most definitely. She's one of the top American athletes, so you have no choice but to look up to her, and I'm glad I have that connection. If I need to talk to her, I can. And
we heard about Browning Thompson before, from Brooke and Khaddi. Do you have any inspiration from Swedish athletics or long jumping internationally?
Vad sa du nu?
Förebild.
Yeah, Carolina Klüft.
Of
And
course.
myself.
And yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was Carolina Klüft important to decide to actually do the long jump?
Vad sa du nu?
Was Carolina Klüft... Är det viktigt för dig? Var det hon som var avgörande för att du skulle bestämma dig för långlopp?
No, I tried so many events, and I just I don't know, it was triple jump that I liked, but then I got injured and I really wanted to jump, so we were like, okay, let's jump long jump instead. So yeah.
Pole vault was never a question, or?
Never, oh my God, never, never, okay. And it will never be.
Great. Any questions to Khaddi or to Brooke or to Brittney? No, it looks like they want to send you to the hotel and have some rest. And good luck tomorrow. We really hope to have the same sunny, almost San Diego weather.